Hi everybody, welcome and thank you so much for coming out to Relay. I do want to give a quick shout out to Kelly. Thanks so much for allowing me to be on the committee this year. I can't wait until next year that I can get a full year of just being able to help and fundraise and really see things go. So, and thank you all so much in advance. Bear with me, it's a little long, but I think it's good. So, think back to the time when you were a kid, watching the bigger kids getting to go on the bigger coasters. You know, the ones that have a corkscrew or an upside down loop-de-loo. Maybe you're laying face down and your legs are dangling, praying the whole time that one of your feet doesn't hit one and those steel pipes and crack, there it goes. I think so, I don't know about you. All of those things are things that you're just crawling out of your skin waiting to do, but you can't. Not yet anyway, right? But guess what? You aren't old enough or tall enough, smart enough or strong enough yet. Yet is the key word, my friends. Do we have the cure to cancer right now? No. Will we have it in 50 years? Probably not. We hope so. But the more we relay and the more we tell everyone who we are and what we do, the closer we'll come and the closer that time will get here. But unfortunately for us, that day is not here yet. But we are still here. We are still fighting and raising money and raising awareness to help the next person and the next person and so on. I'd like to share a little about my story in a nutshell. Growing up, I was never the healthiest of eaters. I didn't exercise. The only participation I had was in color guard and marching band, and that was about the only form of exercise for me. But man, did I eat like a pig. After high school, I just worked. I went home and ate like a pig some more. I never exercised. I ate processed food all the time, but I never got sick, not even once. In 2013, I decided that was enough. It was time to quit smoking and start getting active. I wanted to feel good and look good. Little did I know I'd become addicted. I fell in love with running instantly. I started with my very first 5K on my 26th birthday, and by the end of that year, I finished my first half marathon in Detroit. I ran into Canada and back, and it was absolutely breathtaking. I knew the moment I crossed that finish line that I would do it again and again and again. I'd finally found where I fit into the mold. Sorry. The following April 1st of 2015 to be exact, at the age of 27, I was informed that I had cancer. Mind you, I'm now in the best shape of my entire life. I'd been running and working out, lifting weights and eating right. You know, everything that humans should do. But within an instant, on that cold and dreary Monday morning, my whole world crumbled at my feet within the blink of an eye. Within the next week, it became real. It had a name, Ewing's sarcoma. 2 words that I will never forget. I began chemo on April 20th and then had a 10.5-hour procedure on July 27th. It was then that I became Bionic B, as my mom likes to call me now. They removed 14 centimeters of my right humerus, while another team worked on my left leg at the same time, removing the fibula and moving it into my new arm. Apparently, the fibula offers a blood supply to the new, to me, allograft bone. So far, the healing is going wonderful. I have severe nerve damage and back pain that may never go away, all while continuing to work full-time and attending school part-time. Though the more chemo I had, the harder it became for me to retain new information. It takes lots and lots of repetition at times to ensure I fully understand. Chemo brain is real. I do have to admit it's rather embarrassing, going from someone who can ace anything presented to me to now only being able to retain about 40%, and that's a miracle. Some days I can retain anything thrown at me and others, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Chemo brain, it sucks. It's said that once the last chemo session ends, you can still have side effects for up to a year, which means the nerve pain, queasy, nausea feelings, fatigue, mood swings, etc. are all still here. The only difference now is that I don't have poison hanging and dripping into my veins anymore. I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm a lucky one indeed, having lost many friends and family to this beast. My battle buddy Jason, he got diagnosed for the 3rd time a month after I found out. My friend Mary that I met as it was all happening, she ended up losing her fight as well. My great-grandmother and grandfather, my Papa Rascal, my Papa Big Truck, and most recently my granny, who just passed away a couple of weeks ago. Cancer has affected my life since before I was even born, so I was destined to get it at some point, right? Now it's time to get back on my feet, get back to doing what I enjoy and living my life as if this beast had never entered my life to begin with. I want to be able to stay up past 10 p.m. and wake up before 9 a.m. It's little gains happen here and there that take the healing process a little further every day. I just wish I could speed it up. One last thing before you can enjoy the fun activities and games we have today, plus the delicious food and wonderful art. Speaking of, my good friend Kevin, which I believe Nick had mentioned, is going to be here drawing faces on Luminaria bags, and they're wonderful. We have a few over there already that you can take a look at. I'm a very firm believer that mental health has a lot to do with the length of illness and how quickly you recover and kick this out of your life. Mental health is commonly overlooked. Surprisingly, it's overlooked more so than not. We all know that cancer causes physical pain, yet very know the impact it has on your mental status until it's too late. I had the honor of being named the Face of Defiance in the most recent American Cancer Society campaign entitled Human Advantage. I was able to share my story with the world as I was going along this dark and curvy path during those 8 months. It's not only helped me by being able to express myself and how I felt, it also helped me connect with others who were fighting, helping us both out. So I thank each and every one of you for helping me and all of your loved ones along in this fight. But I deeply feel that my main reason for being here is to show my utmost respect for my caregiver, as well as every other caregiver here and everywhere. I would not have made it through this without my mother, Sherry. She never left my side during any treatments or procedures. She waited on me hand and foot, from cooking to cleaning, laundry, and running errands. The little things that we take for granted in life that are just normal day-to-day activities that you don't realize that you just can't do it. She was also my very personal pharmacist. She had all of my medications when I needed to. If I had a bad day at chemo and all I wanted to do was sleep, she would ensure that I woke up long enough to eat and take my medication, all before tucking me back in for the night or even the following day. I would have been lost without her. Out of the many reasons we are here today is to celebrate all of my fellow cancer survivors and provide hope that together we can beat this disease. That together we will ensure that we have more birthdays and less memorial services. Together we can fundraise to ensure research never stops. Together we can raise enough money to fund our various lodges across the U.S. to house patients in times of need due to chemo treatments or surgery. And together we will spread the love and hope that every survivor, caregiver, nurse, and hospital staff need to continue on day after day. Will you join me on the path to cure this awful beast? You can join in my own, or will you create your own path? I sure hope you have room in your heart for one or the other. We absolutely cannot stop fighting until we have found a cure. Thank you all so much for the time. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story. And most of all, thank you for everything that you do for American Cancer Society and Relay for Life, cancer patients, survivors, caregivers all around the world. If it weren't for you, we would not still be here. So thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do, from donations to that slight little errand that you, again, just take for granted in life and thought you could do on your own. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandon. At this point, we're going to start.